What up humans, Kurumi here, and welcome to our tips, tricks, and guide video. In this video, we are going to show you tips and tricks for Leomord. But if you guys are interested on watching the complete guide, just search for Toym Traveller Boot Camp Leomord on the search bar. Anyway, let's proceed. Set first skill to max level first. Prioritizing this makes the damage of this skill higher and the cooldown lower. That means you can deal more damage to enemy heroes and clear lanes easily with this. Prioritize second skill since your first skill is what you need to deal more damage to enemies. Always upgrade ultimate skill when available for upgrading. Leomord's passive skill is what you need to deal sure critical hits to the target. When the target's health is below 30%, your basic attacks will deal sure critical hits. This is a great boost for your damage since all of your skills deal burst damage, which can easily trigger this effect. Take note that melee heroes deal damage also to enemies nearby their target. So if the main target triggers has health lower than 30%, the nearby targets will also be receiving critical basic attack hits. But even if the nearby target has health lower than 30%, it will still not receive critical hits because what matters most is the health of the main target. The sure critical hit can make those squishy targets kneel to your authority in no time. Leomord's first skill is what you need to slow down the target while dealing massive damage to them. This skill deals damage to all the enemies in the area of effect and slows their movement. This is best used fully charged to easily clear up minion lanes. The good thing about this skill is even if you haven't released the charge yet, the enemies in the area of effect are already slowed down. So this can slow down the enemies and make them wait for the finishing blow of your full charged thrust. The shield can help you still go on with fights even if you have low health. This can save your life on clutch moments such as these. Leomord's second skill is what you need to dash towards a specified direction. Enemies hit along the path of your dash will receive physical damage. This is best used along with your first skill to easily clean up minion lanes. You can also use this to dash and dodge incoming projectile skills from enemies. Leomord's ultimate skill is what you need to ride a horse because you are too lazy to run around. Using this skill will call Barbiel to dash towards you and knock back enemies' hit. You can use Barbiel's dash towards you to have him knock back the enemies towards you. This will help you and your allies to deal all your attacks to the target caught. When he is mounted, his first and second skill has different effects. His basic attacks while mounted deals damage in a circular motion which will hit enemies around Leomord. The good thing about your ultimate skill is it lets your basic attack deal damage to all enemies around you, and you are also able to use basic attacks while moving. So it's easier to deal damage to dying enemies trying to escape. Even if you summon Barbiel, you still need to touch him to ride him. So if you missed him, you somehow wasted your ultimate skill. So to avoid missing Barbiel, it's best to use your second skill to ride him sooner. His first skill when mounted on Barbiel lets Barbiel leap forward a little bit and will damage and slow down enemies' hit. While his second skill when mounted on Barbiel lets Barbiel charge forward and knock enemies' hit with him, as long as they are beside him. The dash and leap will help you chase dying enemies without the sweat. The leap from the first skill is just a short leap forward. So we advise using it in team fights instead of escaping death because you will fall short from escaping. The dash from your second skill can help you dodge skills easily. Whenever you are ganking an enemy, make sure you don't push the enemies away from your team. Instead, you should push the target towards them so they can feast on that puny target. While he is mounted, his movement speed is boosted which you can use to run away from enemies chasing you. Lastly, you can check the duration left for the mounted state either on the status icon or the indicator below Leomord. Here we are again with our experiments. We have our favorite lab rat, Rakuten, to demonstrate with us some heroes that can greatly counter or dominate Leomord in-game. Before we proceed, we want to show you some notable scenarios for Leomord's passive skill. With his passive skill, he can deal sure critical hits if the target has health lower than 30%. But did you know that if the main target triggers has health lower than 30%, the nearby targets will also be receiving critical basic attack hits? But even if the nearby target has health lower than 30%, it will still not receive critical hits because what matters most is the health of the main target. So better take note of that and utilize the targeting controls better. First, we have heroes with crowd control effects. We tried if certain crowd control status can be removed when we mount Barbiel. We tried it on Guinevere's knock-up, but we were still knocked up while riding our horse. Same goes with Saber's ultimate skill knock-up. Barbiel just went up with Leomord maybe to get a good breeze of air. We also tried it against Franco's ultimate skill. We were still suppressed when we mounted Barbiel, and as expected, same goes with Kaja's ultimate skill. For stun effects like Selena's 3 years of pain abyssal arrow, same happened. Barbiel waited with us for 3 years before the stun went out. Maybe Leomord waited for 3 years to move on from his ex. Lastly, we can try it against Nana's transformation effects. Let's see what's gonna happen to Leomord. As you can see, Melina equipped our lance with her. That's definitely one cute creature we got here. I hope Monton makes this cutie a commander in Magic Chess soon. Next up, we tried heroes that can easily take us away from mounting Barbiel. When using our ultimate skill, Barbiel will be summoned on the end part of the path and will charge towards us. Both of us must touch each other before I can mount him. During that small time frame, enemies can stop us from mounting Barbiel. So with this, you should avoid skills like Franco's hook, Kaja's ultimate skill, Chao's ultimate skill, and one of course the spell called Flame Shot. Well, there are just bitter humans who don't want to see Barbiel and Leomord being together. On the other hand, you don't have to worry about heroes like Grok. Grok's second skill won't be able to stop Barbiel to pass through the obstacle. This is how you move forward in life. You should skip obstacles messing your life. Next, let's try if Barbiel's knockback can cancel channeling skills. Let's try calling Barbiel to hit Odette during her ultimate skill channeling. As you can see, her swan song was stopped by Barbiel. Probably because the swan song reminded Leomord of his ex. Now, let's have heroes that can greatly counter Leomord while he is riding Barbiel. We have Akai. Let's see if we can unleash our combo to Akai while he uses his ultimate skill. As you can see, we were able to deal damage to Akai. But it doesn't allow us to pass through him because he just pushes us back. Sometimes, we really have to push some people out of our lives to be better human. Next, we have Kufra. Let's see what will happen if we unleash our combo during Kufra's bouncing baby ball. As you can see, we were knocked up when we used our first skill and second skill. This just means that we can't fully unleash our deadly combo during team fights when Kufra is around. He is one of the counter heroes you should avoid all the time when he have his second skill available. Last but not the least, we have Johnson. This is not really a testing, but Raki just wants to show us that even if Leomord is already riding Barbiel, they can both still ride inside Johnson's ultimate skill. And we will never know if Leomord is riding his horse backwards inside Johnson. In terms of his combo, we follow a little complicated combo with Leomord. I believe that you humans can follow instructions, but I'll make it simple for you to understand the combo. First, use your ultimate skill to call Barbiel to get ready for combat. It's best to have it casted the way that Barbiel will be knocking the target towards you. Then, use your second skill right after calling Barbiel. This will let you go near Barbiel and the target. Then, use your first skill to slow the target down. This will grant a higher chance of Barbiel hitting the target since you are slowing the target down. Then, on this instance, you are now riding Barbiel. For a little intermission, just make sure after you cast your first skill and ride Barbiel, you use the skill after. Because it still has its charging effects which will make you stuck into charging mode until it's released. Going back to the Combolicious combo, you can either use your second skill first to push the target towards your team, or use your first skill to slow down the target and deal damage if ever they are near you. Then, don't forget to deal basic attacks since you can do that while moving. Then, just spam your skills just like how we taught you. Very good, human. You deserve a treat. Additional tip, never underestimate the Regen spell. This saves lives. Really, saves lives. Also, always be friendly to your teammates. If ever they greet you with either goodness or badness, always try responding with kindness. Support them on all their activities in-game. Even in farming, especially if they needed it more. Trust me, when you are kind to your teammates, they will feel the good vibes and play at their best. Trust me, it works. The tips I mentioned are just some of the ways you can use Leomord. This video just guides you on how to use Leomord the Kurumi way. We would like to thank our favorite lab rat, Rakuten, for being our lab rat for this boot camp. You can search for him in-game and tell him how much you appreciate him, willing to sacrifice his pride and honor for our sake. Watch his in-game streams and send some flowers and hearts. So, once again, this is Kurumi and that's how you use Leomord. Thanks for watching. Do not forget to like and share this video. Also subscribe to our channel for more contents by clicking on the subscribe button below. For our skin giveaway events, check out the community tab for the giveaway post. We have our coffee account just in case you want to donate us some coffee funds. Check out our coffee link on the description of this video. Please only trust boot camp videos from our official accounts. See you on the next Mobile Legends boot camp. Cheers.